So you've got all your pieces. They're all ready to go. They're cut out. And hopefully each one is labeled and each one is ready to go. You are not actually ready yet to build your birdhouse. There are two things you need to do yet in order to finish this up. One of them is cutting the hole in the front of your birdhouse, and the other one is making a very difficult cut called a rip cut. So here's the problem we've got. We have our two parts of our roof like this. They're the same length. Unfortunately, they're about 1/2 inch wide. So when we put them together, we get a triangle where one side is 1/2 inch longer than the other. In order to make our roof look even and not lopsided, you're going to have to take 1/2 inch off of one edge. Now, the easiest way to do that is to take your two roof pieces and line them up and just draw a line down one side. You can also measure 1/2 inch in and do that same line. And we need to cut along this line. Now, that has a particular problem with it. The particular problem is that you're going with the grain. And whenever you're going with the grain, the wood has a tendency to split. And especially cedar really likes to split. So if you are going to use a handsaw, one, it will not work very well. It will take a very long time for you to get anywhere. And two, you got a tendency to split the wood and you lose control of your saw. So to do this cut, ask someone to help you with the jigsaw, or talk to Mr. Briggs about using the table saw, which is a really safe way to make this kind of cut. So we're just going to cut that edge off. As you can see, the saw was working very hard because rip cuts are rather difficult to do. And what we end up getting is a little stick of wood that we can get rid of. But now when we put our two roof parts together, we get a much better triangle. That's cut number one. Okay, so the next thing we have to talk about is this guy right here. This guy right here is a drill press. Now a drill press works like this. It has a drill bit, usually a very large one, and it brings it down at exactly 90 degrees and stops at a very specific place, okay? It's nice, it's powerful, it's got a big honking motor, and it's controlled. And we're gonna use that to carve the hole for the front of our birdhouse. Now to do that, the first thing we're gonna do is line this up with the drill bit off, figure out where we want it. Okay, I want my door right there. And then we are gonna clamp this down. This part is incredibly important. You want it very good and secure. This bit is going to have a lot of torque, a lot of twisting power, and it can easily twist this out of your hand if you try to hold it on your hand. It's happened to me. It is very scary. The next thing we do is turn it on. And we are the only one using this. You are not having anyone pull this down. And we nice and easy push this down. Pull it up. We shut it off completely after pulling that down nice and easy. And we loosen everything after everything's come to a complete stop. And we have the hole drilled. We want to make sure at the end of every day that we sweep this off. And here's what you should have once we're done. We should have a couple of sides right here, our floor, our two roof parts, and as you can tell, one is a little skinnier than the other. And we should have a front and a back, and this should be all of the completed parts for our birdhouse, ready for assembly.